Sometimes we could all do with pressing the pause button. For me, that means getting outdoors and into the fresh air.
We're here to have fun and relax.
While catching up with pals.
Casey Ainsworth.
All the way from London town.
Nicola Adams.
This is where I grew up, in Yorkshire.
Jeanette Manrara.
And with family.
It's a really good way to bond, getting to know each other through drawing.
So join us as we show how taking a break in nature.
There's something about water, there's something about the coastline.
Are you feeling relaxed, Joe McKelvey?
Yeah, I think we've smashed it.
Or trying something new.
You have sailed before, Mark?
Many, many times.
Here's the next gust coming.
Can be the perfect recipe
Oh, we've got sausage rolls.
Let's get it all on, and the kitchen sink.
My taste buds are doing high fives.
to nourish the mind.
That's brilliant.
I can't believe I've stopped doing all this stuff. It's very therapeutic, don't you think?
Body.
Oh, I can feel things shaking that shouldn't be.
Fish on! Fish on, fish on.
And soul.
You know what they say? It's not about the destination. It's the journey.
For this 48-hour excursion, I'm heading south to the lovely city of Durham, where I shall be picking up a very, very special guest.
And who is this very special person, Robson, I hear you ask? Well, 3 words. Strictly come dancing.
Yes, I'm about to team up with someone who's touched the hearts of millions with her dedication to dance.
It is the one and only, the extraordinary Jeanette Manrara.
Jeanette's recently moved to the north of England with her husband Aliash and baby Lyra. And even though she's been to see our mutual friend Sarah Davies over here, she's yet to explore further afield.
Well, look who it is.
Well, look who it is.
Jeanette Manrara in old Durham town.
Oh, nice to see you.
Thanks for coming.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing, isn't it? Look at this view.
This is the northeast of England, man.
Northeast is a beautiful place, isn't
It
it?
is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you ready for a break?
I'm ready for a break.
Ready to chill?
Yes.
Just relax and switch off. You're
Yeah.
going to love today.
I am.
I promise you.
I'm
Yes, you are.
excited
I promise
for it,
you.
actually.
Let's go.
Jeanette's a Cuban-American professional dancer who grew up in Miami, made her name on Strictly, and is now a TV presenter who's never off our screens.
I was just thinking, growing up in the world of dance, was it a passion, was it a hobby, or was it you thought, do you know what, I'm pretty good at this, I could make a living out of it?
When I was 12, my mom and my dad decided we need to do something with her because I was constantly putting on shows for them. So there was a really famous Hispanic variety show called Sábado Gigante, which translated means Giant Saturday. And my mom took me to the production, and they took me on board. So I started in television since I was 12.
Wow.
Yeah,
And are you loving family life?
absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Aliash and I have this thing because when I go away to do morning live or It Takes Two or whatever I'm doing, and he's with her, I come home, and then I become mom, and I'm with Lyra, and I have energy to be with Lyra. And Aliash is like, you can take some time off. And I go, but when I'm working, that is kind of my time off because I love it. The biggest stress in my life at the moment is trying to rest with Lyra going all over the shop. That's the biggest stress right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. Now, sleep, I can hopefully get back at some point.
Well, I'm hoping a little reminder of Miami and all its waterways might be a relaxing way to kick off our escape. So I brought Jeanette to 15th century Witton Castle near the market town of Bishop Auckland, so she can try out a pastime that's big in Florida too, kayaking.
How beautiful is this?
Well, just step 1 is amazing. This is beautiful, yeah.
We're meeting Gareth from H2O Riders,
Gareth,
Hello.
how are you, lad?
Nice to meet you.
who runs a water sports hire centre at one of the castle's lakes.
So I'd never actually been kayaking. So
That's no
however
problem.
you teach a very, 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 very beginner,
Yeah.
That's me.
Don't worry.
Okay.
They're really, really stable. The only way you're going to really capsize is if you really lean to the sides. As long
Don't
as you
do
just
that.
stay sat straight and paddling straight,
Don't you do
you'll
that.
be absolutely fine.
Don't you do that. Don't have a flashback of
Don't you-
Strictly and do some of your moves.
I know all
that
of a
you
sudden
do.
get into a dance move and fly off the ship.
First up, Gareth runs us through some of the basic steps we'll need.
So the paddle is offset a little bit, the blades, and it's paddling, and you twist your wrist, pull it down.
Coordination, you need that for dancing, so I can do
Timing,
that.
you need that for
Timing,
dancing.
need it for dancing.
And just like on the dance floor, it's always useful to know how to do a pirouette.
To turn the boat, you can do 2 strokes. You can put the paddle out wide, do a wide stroke, and that'll spin it this way. Same on this side, do a wide stroke,
Spin it
that'll
that
spin
way.
it this way, yeah.
Great. Let's go.
Kayaks have been used for hunting for thousands of years and were originally made with animal skin. But thankfully, this one looks substantial enough to carry a dancer stroke TV presenter and an actor stroke extreme fisherman.
And I'll give you a little push and
You ready for this?
enjoy.
We are in the water. You know I have a fear of this a little bit.
You have a fear of water.
A little bit.
Where's that come from?
There's no sharks in here, so it's okay.
Oh, of course, sharks in Miami.
Yeah, and as I'm sure you know,
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
we
Bull
have
sharks.
a lot of them.
Give me 2 minutes and I'll come and join yous.
Kayaking's great, but if you're a beginner, it's always good to be accompanied by an expert like Gareth before striking out on your own.
If this was the kayak equivalent of Strictly, how many marks out of 10 would you give me and Jeanette? How we doing?
Hi.
Yeah?
9.
9? Oh, wow. You're being very generous.
Just like dancing can be a fantastic form of gentle exercise, so too is kayaking. And I know Gareth and his team are doing great work getting older people out on the water.
I'm working with Age UK Durham.
Oh, lovely.
They're booking on a 6-week programme with us, so they're offering it to over 50s who live in County Durham for free to come and access our facilities.
Paddle sports not only bring physical benefits, they're good for our mental well-being too.
We try and get people who are isolated and lonely and give them the opportunity to socialise and do different activities.
Sure.
And like, well, you know yourself how good it is being on the water and how good it is for mental health and things.
Doing an activity with other people is beautiful.
Now we both have enough skills to dance the kayaking waltz.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3.
We can take ourselves off to really soak up the natural surroundings. Just being here on the water gives your mind a chance to wander. And it makes me curious about what goes through Jeanette's mind when she has time to reflect.
And I'm just thinking about Cuba. Do you have the desire to go there?
Well, I grew up listening to all these beautiful stories of the Cuban beaches and the food and playing domino and everything. And so I feel like a part of me is missing until I actually get to set foot on Cuba. And I feel like I'll be a little bit more complete once I get to do that.
Very, very true. Good point. Okay, handbrake turn coming up. Oh, get you. Nice job.
Enjoy it?
That was awesome. Thanks.
Great.
You take
Glad
care.
you
Oh,
enjoyed
Gareth,
it.
nice to meet you.
No, and you
Thank
too,
you
Jeanette.
so much. It was an
Thank you.
absolute pleasure.
It's amazing how something as chilled as kayaking can put a spring in the step. And now we're heading to the next appointment on our relaxation schedule, which gives me a chance to ask Jeanette more about her life before she moved here.
So, fun fact, when I turned 18, my parents couldn't support me fully. So my aunt, who worked in banking, got me a job at the bank. And I did it for 6 years. What? 6 years. And you know what? I owe a lot to my family. My mom and my dad, I think themselves were dreamers. My dad sings. He's got the most beautiful voice. And my mom was a synchronized swimmer. And because they didn't have the capacity to do that, living in Cuba, in a communist country, when they left and came to the USA, all they instilled in me and my brother and my sister is do what you love, chase those big dreams. And they never, ever once made me feel like I couldn't do it if I wanted to. So
What a journey you've been on.
It sounds like Jeanette's always been a grafter, and now, as a busy mum too, it must be difficult to find time for herself. So I've arranged something at beautiful Usher Historic House that I hope will help her slow down and decompress.
So much history around here.
Beautiful here as well.
And here's our man. This is Stephen.
We're meeting Stephen from Lone Wolf Vision, who teaches disciplines like meditation and yoga here.
Hello.
Hey, matey.
How are we doing?
And today he's going to be leading us in a nature-based relaxation class.
So, what have you got planned for me and Jeanette today in this beautiful office of yours?
Well, we've got a little bit of a mindfulness journey as such. So we're going to take a walk down memory lane, and we're going to use nature as a way to allow us to maybe unfold some of the layers and have a look at ourselves in more of a deeper way.
Stephen wants us to use things we can find in the environment to prompt memories from childhood.
So what I want you to do here is, in this section, is have a little look around, and it could be, it could be a feather like it is down there.
And something catches Jeanette's eye straight away.
So this is special, for me at least, because when I was really, really little, in Miami, we used to get these small, tiny, tiny little yellow flowers that grew just anywhere.
Yeah.
And I remember picking them to give to my mom.
So in terms of feeling, where do you feel that in your body?
Just here, really, in my
Yeah.
heart, because my mother is probably one of the most important people in my life, and she always has been. She's still, to this day, probably my best friend.
And you, Robson?
Bird's feather, because I'm from a mining village, but we were surrounded by this in the pit village of Dudley. Always woke up to bird song, and I think it's really important that you wake up to it and really listen.
Well, I just moved to the countryside. I lived in London for almost 11 years. And the biggest difference we found is that in the morning, we genuinely wake up to the birds chirping. And it's the most beautiful sound in the world to wake up to.
I know Stephen spent time in the army, but symptoms he lived with for years led him to a complete career change.
I think from being at a really young age, from around 18-year-old, I suffered from anxiety. But same as you, Robson, I grew up in a pit village. But growing up around this area in the school that I was, it was something that you were ashamed to talk about, but it showed me who I actually was underneath the surface. Meditation is like a tool to become mindful in everyday life and see when you were doing things like that.
I've been using relaxation techniques ever since things got a bit out of balance during my acting career, and I love to introduce other people to it too. But as it turns out, an online meditation course has already changed Jeanette's life.
I remember looking back on my calendar previous to COVID, and I would start at 6 a.m. and not finish till midnight, and then do the same thing the next day, and it just went on. And I think I was on the verge of getting to burnout, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
It was a very, very scary time, and so I think it allowed me to really kind of look within and realize I was making a lot of bad choices. I was people-pleasing, but I didn't realize I was until I actually was forced to stop. And life is just so much better because I've become more self-aware of the things that I was doing that were not really creating the life that I wanted to live for myself.
It's amazing how soothing just walking and talking with new friends can be. But now it's time to press the pause button and hit the deck.
So have a lie down, and there is not much more to do. Just listen in, enjoy the environment and the sun.
I told you it'd be a chilled activity. She's gone, she's asleep already. We've lost Jeanette.
Okay, then you're just going to allow yourself to have permission for your mind and your body to be here in the now for the next 10, 15 minutes. And you do this through affirming by using words to allow yourself to step away from having to do all the time and be fully here. So starting with this, there's nowhere that I need to be. The only place I need to be is here, now. And just allow yourself to be here. And I want you from there to take a breath in through the nose, all the way down into your belly. Fill up the whole of the lungs, feel that elastic recoil of the lungs, and you're just gonna sigh out through your mouth. Just let go. Feel your breath in a very pure way. You feel like you're feeling your breath for the first time here. just lightly brushing against the nostrils.
I love practicing mindfulness outdoors. Giving the chat a rest frees up the ears to receive a symphony of sounds.
How are you feeling now after that meditation?
I just love the fact that we're doing it in a
In a
beautiful green
green,
space, especially with the sun on your face.
I love that we escaped to the countryside to go within.
Stephen, thank you so much, man. Absolute pleasure to meet you. Look at him, just floating up here. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I feel like in a floating state after
I know,
you're
it's
done.
lovely.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Will do.
Fresh air and breathing mindfully. It's a great combo for feeling zen. But now we're upping the tempo with something my dad would have loved, because it was through ballroom dancing that he met my mum. Yes, we're talking Strictly.
Are you aware of the impact it's had on so many people of old ages that you are responsible for inspiring aspiring dancers?
I mean, I do get really beautiful letters from fans telling me that either Aliash and I have changed their life, or watching me do a certain dance made them want to dance or made them feel happy again. It's an honor to be a part of that show.
Well, we're going to finish off our journey
Okay?
with just a bit of a dance in the outdoors,
Oh,
which will just be lovely.
I think
because
it
it's been a lovely day.
it has been a lovely day.
Our final destination is hidden in the tranquil County Durham countryside near Wingate. And as my escape isn't over quite yet, it's also where I'll be staying tonight.
Oh, wow. Look at that view.
Talk about a room with a view.
Wow.
Not a bad gaff to rest your weary head for the night, eh?
Oh, this is lovely. Look at that.
Right, let's meet Claire,
Wow.
who runs this place. Claire, are you there?
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks to you.
Robson, lovely to
Ah.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You.
Mwah. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna really enjoy having a rest at the nest.
I mean, look at that.
And people just love it. They love the space, and there's so many people that live in cities and towns that don't get to see that. So I think that's, for me, what's really lovely.
Would you like to have a look around where I'm staying
Definitely.
tonight?
Yeah. Just you show off. Go on.
Yeah, come on.
Wow.
Not too shabby, eh? This is incredible.
The interior design is stunning. You've done a brilliant job. It's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Oh, I'll sleep well tonight.
All right.
Check out that.
I hope so.
Oh, my God. I mean,
Yeah.
what is there not to like here? Thank you so much.
No problem.
Can't wait to stay here.
Well, I have a little bit of time left with Jeanette before she heads back to her family. And I'm hoping she'll use it to teach me a bit of fancy footwork that would make my dad proud, with the help of a lovely couple who run a local dance school.
Right.
All right.
Here they are. Gary and Sue, how are you?
I am so excited to meet you. How are you?
Very good.
The couple were on the TV forerunner of Strictly in the 70s, Come Dancing. And I know she and Gary will find a kindred spirit in Jeanette, for whom dance is everything. Mind, body and soul.
It's not a bad spot to do a bit of ballroom.
Oh, no, it's lovely. It's a lovely setting.
So, I have to ask, how long have you guys been dancing together?
Together, almost 50 years.
Yeah? Wow.
What's the
Half a
secret?
century.
Because Ariash and I, when we dance together, I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong. No, you're doing it wrong. No, you're doing it wrong.
We do that too.
Do you do that? I survived it.
We just go home. We go our separate ways.
And what do you think the main benefits are of dancing? Is it the
just-
communal thing? Is it the joy?
Yes, it's everything, isn't it? It's just such a joyous thing to do, and it's great for your body and your mind. And it's like when you come in the studio, you know, you sort of leave your troubles at the door.
Yeah.
You know, and you just have to concentrate on what you're doing. And I think you're just in that moment, isn't it? It's special.
Well, we're going to concentrate on the waltz. Is that all right?
Yes, I am sure you're highly familiar with a box step and an act.
Yeah.
I try to get him a little bit. I'm trying to get him on Strictly, basically. So I want to
That's a good
convince him
idea.
that he can dance. Because I don't know what you guys think, but I genuinely think anybody can dance.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Right, so I'm nervous teaching in front of you. So I'll do the gentleman step first. All right, feel free to join in and comment. No pressure, you have 3 teachers watching you. We're gonna step forward on the left foot, forward on the left, and now a little side step with the right and close. Now make sure you always close, because if you leave it slightly open, your weight is distributed incorrectly and you won't know what foot to step on.
And is this the basic foundation of
This
the
is
waltz?
like the ABC of the waltz.
Yes.
Yeah, so now we're gonna take the right foot and go back on the right foot.
On the toe?
Side with the left and close. And we go forward on the left, side, close. Now back on the right.
The count is
right,
1, 2, 3.
Left, close.
You're a natural, Robson.
Right.
Now we're gonna do a natural turn, okay? So a slight rotation, side step, and close.
Well, I thought there was a lot of coordination needed to cast a line, but this requires full-on focus, especially with other people's toes coming into the mix.
So elbows up, we clip our hands here. Now this is gonna go on my shoulder blade. Craig River Hallwood hates the open fingers, so make sure you keep them nice and close, and you are cupping my shoulder blade, all right?
Okay.
Actually, would you like to join us?
Okay,
Gary.
love to.
I mean, they've got a gorgeous frame.
Okay.
You can look at Gary and take some inspiration. So let's face Gary. Let's face the front. Let's face the beautiful view for the gentleman, just because that's how you've been learning it. And we're going to do one box step all the way around, okay?
Okay.
Don't look at me. Always looking straight ahead. A 1, 2, 3, a back, 2, stop. Beautiful. Now we're
Gary,
going to
are
do
you watching? What have you noticed?
and now we're gonna do the natural turn and a forward side, close, back, side, close. A forward side, close, and back, side. Yes!
Yes!
You did it!
Yes!
You did it!
God, I can see trophies and everything. I'm going to buy a cabinet.
Well done.
Well
I mean,
done.
of course, he can dance.
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Robson, but I would love to watch the two of you dance.
Oh,
okay.
What do you think?
Great idea. I think I've peaked.
Wow. How romantic.
Just make it look so easily. That's it is. It's about connection, isn't it?
It is.
Watching Gary and Sue dance is bringing back loads of memories of seeing my dad ballroom dancing. It's a really good reminder that whatever age you are, dancing gets you out and about and in sync with other people.
I love that step. Ooh.
And it's one of the loveliest ways to get your heart rate up and improve your movement.
Oh, I'm standing. I'm
Man.
standing.
Well, it's a 10 from me. That's awesome. Gary, that was amazing. That was amazing.
I loved that. Oh my gosh, I loved watching you two.
Thank you.
thank you.
That was an absolute privilege to
thank
watch.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Take care.
Thank you.
What a serene ending to a lovely day.
You enjoyed your day?
It's been the best day.
Listen,
Absolutely best.
I've enjoyed every second.
Have you?
It's been an absolute
good.
pleasure.
Thank you. Me too.
Fancy a box step?
Oh, go on then.
Let's do it.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Okay. Ready?
Are you ready?
I hope so. Arms up. And a 1, 2, 3, back. 2, 3. A 1, 2, 3. Open up. Big dip coming. Oh.
Strictly here I come.
It's day 2 of my weekend escape in County Durham. And with Jeanette now at home, probably still tucked up in bed, I'm up very early because I want to check out the Dawn Chorus.
So yesterday, I inhabited the world of dance alongside Jeanette Manrara. And this morning, I shall immerse myself in the world of song with a lovely fella called Keith Buchanan.
Based in the Northeast, Keith is an expert in bird song. And I'm really excited to see what he makes of this cacophony of cheeps, chirps, and whistles.
I'm hoping and assuming this is Keith. Otherwise, this could be an awkward meeting.
Robson, very nice to see you.
You too, Keith.
Keith leads wildlife watching groups and believes the Dawn Chorus is a magical event everyone should experience.
Now, Keith, we call it the Dawn Chorus, but what actually is it?
Yeah, well, there's two things going on, really, Robson. Birds sing for two reasons. Firstly, to establish a territory.
Yeah.
And secondly, to attract a mate.
So it's basically them saying, this is my patch.
This is my patch, and I'm available.
Is there any particular bird that kicks off the chorus first?
Oh, well, that's an interesting question, yeah.
Because my Uncle Matheson, who got me into the outdoors and is the reason why I have a love for the outdoors, always told me that the blackbirds start singing first.
Well, he's pretty much right. It's actually the birds with the largest eyes that start the chorus.
The largest eyes?
Yeah, because they better light gathering, so they're able to start foraging earlier.
And can you decipher what birds?
Yeah, so we can pick all these birds out individually.
I can hear the blackbird from time to time.
The prominent one and going chiff-chaff is the bird that says its name, of course, the chiff-chaff.
How long have you been doing this, Keith?
Oh, quite a few years. I first learnt bird song when I did something called the Common Bird Census, which meant recording on a nature reserve I worked on. I had to record every singing male once a week. And at the end of the season, you could draw a line around the territory of each male till you could work out how many territories you had.
Who are the loudest, males or females?
Quite a few female birds do sing at times, but at this time of year, it's nearly always the males to establish territory. And once they pair up, they sing less because they've achieved part of their goal. And then once they have chicks, they sing even less again. They're too busy, I mean.
And do you think listening to bird song is a good de-stressor? Certainly boosts my mood.
That's why I love it. There's something about getting up stupidly early, to be honest, and just standing quietly in a wood and just letting it all wash over you.
What a range of sweet sounds we've heard this morning. And down by the lake, there's plenty to see too.
See something down on the lake here.
Yeah, just right on the metal fence there. Cormorant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on, tell me, why do they spread their wings?
They dive, they chase fish underwater, so their feathers are not all that waterproof because that makes them too buoyant. So they sacrifice a bit of waterproofness in order to hunt more easily, but as a result, they have to then dry their wings out in this very characteristic way, isn't it?
What's the best part of bird watching for you and listening to them?
But there's something I feel, particularly in spring, when the bird song is so vibrant. It's life-enhancing, isn't it? All is well with the world, in a sense, if the birds are still singing.
This has been a pleasure. Safe trip home.
OK, thanks very much.
What a way to conclude a break in the great outdoors, full of song and dance and lots of relaxation. Yes, it's been another very special weekend away.